With another episode of Going Live with the MC. On Wednesday, we had Shizzle Fashion. We talked a little bit about his journey, how he got to where he was right now, and we shared some funny stories from our time hanging out. So if you missed that episode, it's definitely up on the page. It's the most recent episode, and if you check out on YouTube, especially today, all the episodes, including Wednesdays and today's episodes, will be uploaded. So make sure you subscribe to Going Live with the MC on YouTube, and let's get this started. Today we have David H. It's a good brother of mine, definitely a good friend of mine. Really talented artist. I'm inspired by this guy a lot. So today you get to see why. Today he joins us live, and we'll just dive into his journey a little bit. So y'all know the vibes already. When y'all tune in, feel free to ask any questions. Use the question mark logo at the bottom. That way it's easier for me to pull up the questions rather than scrolling through the comments. So, all right, David H is here. Let's get him in the chat. All right, give us a second. Let's get in here. What's good, my brother? You in here? Yo. Oh, he's not even in here. Hold on. All right, give us a second. We're getting him in here now. There you go.
All right.
Let's go. What up, brother
Yes,
man?
sir. You can
Man.
hear me?
Yes, sir. Hey, loud and clear.
What's up, man? How you doing, brother, man?
Everything is good. You driving?
Yeah, I'm on the move right now. No, I'm not driving. I'm in the passenger. We are safe and
I
sound, ladies and
was
gentlemen. You
about to
know.
say. I was about to say, you're a dangerous man, son.
Yeah, man. Always on the move, bro. You know how we do, man. Thank you for having me. Thank you for this opportunity, bro. I heard you say before you came on that I inspire you, man. You definitely do the same thing. They don't even know what's on the way. We gonna talk about all that soon. But yes, sir, bro. Thank you so much for having me, bro. You already
No
know.
doubt, man. Thanks for being here. Yeah, I was basically saying because, I guess we can start by asking if you remember how we met.
Hmm. I, if I'm not mistaken, it might have been on a More Bookings tour. Or might have been on one of those shows, if I'm not mistaken.
It was the more booking
Uh,
show.
yeah, man. It was a fire lineup, man.
He
It
was
was
at he was at
you. It was
the
me.
Love Story bar.
Yeah, bro, the
I
Love
still got the
Story Ball,
picture.
man. Pete Trill was
Yep.
there. It was a great lineup. Controversy was there
And
as well, man. That was a
Strategy
dope
was
ass
there.
lineup, son. And I remember you rapping, bro, and like I could tell when somebody goes up there and they feel and they do it like they don't care.
Yeah.
But I could tell when somebody has done it so much that it's just second nature. So the nonchalantness really was just like a ode to the craft that you done again and again. So I'm just like, yo, bro, this nigga is wilding right now. Like, so yeah. From there we done tapped in and we did a couple of shows since, man. You came to come up some of my shows. I've supported you, man, and yeah, you've definitely been a great MC, bro.
No, I appreciate that. I was actually gonna say the same for you, man. So that's one of my first talking points is like your willingness, man. You're always ready to go. Like I don't think I've ever seen you get on stage and be nervous. I don't think I've noticed you mess up or anything, and I'm good at that. Like I'm usually pointing out, like I'll be like whoever's next to me, like yo, he just messed up. Like I'm one of those. But um, I noticed that you've always been ready to go. So where does that come from?
Uh,
It's a nice
I
color you're
would
wearing, by the way.
I would definitely say I would say my parents, man. You know, after a while, you definitely learn how to get that grit yourself. But
Mm.
just growing up, moving around a lot, uh, just seeing all of the things that somebody may define as negative. But I feel like I just saw them like bounce back again and again. Like, okay, all right, I'm gonna go do this. Like, I can't stay here right now. All right, I'm gonna go to this job. And I've seen them go, and some opportunities failed, and some opportunities went great. So that kind of trickled down to my siblings, and it kind of I'm grateful that it runs in my family, bro. Like, but that was my first version of resilience I saw.
Mm.
What was it?
That's a great way to put that.
Yeah, like I've seen them just go and show up again and again. So like and even now going into the future, I get older and then you see the Kanyes and the Jay-Z's, you see Jay-Z win a Black Grammy and you think that you gotta have $1 million scheme and he says just keep showing up. If you just keep showing up, you never know what could happen, bro. So I'm grateful that I even have like the energy to continue, to show up the way I do.
That's sick, and I think about it too, like a lot of artists don't like to show up, they think that a lot of the work goes into making a song or if they just perform and that's it. And it's like, nah, there's so much more to it. And we look at how the game's going now. I don't know if you peeped the post that I put up 2 days ago or something like that, where they were saying, basically Spotify and UMG and all the other platforms, they were in a 360 deal. Now they're in a 720 deal.
Hmm.
So where it's basically like before before we was only getting like a fraction of our sales. Now they want to completely own it, so we're not getting anything at all.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Wow.
and it's like, but these artists are not understanding. Like, I just tried to have a conversation with this younger artist the other day. I was like, bro, you have to upload your shit somewhere else. Like, your music is too good, you know what I'm saying? And like, you're worried about streams, like, and I'm like, bro, like, if you just let go of that fear of like who's gonna buy it, like. You could set it for a low price. You know what I'm saying? Like if you like, I mean, if you're not like super duper ready to test out like the big market or whatever. Like right now, my shit is donation based. You know what I'm saying? And people been paying for it. They've been paying
All
good
right.
money. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, that's dope. So if I could inspire someone else to do the same exact thing, because we ain't no different. We in the same area. You know what I'm saying? We still on the same grind. So I just be trying to encourage artists to do things differently, to have a different approach, like just
Yeah,
stop focusing on only performing and making the music. Like that's just literally a small piece of the work. Like
yeah. A very small piece, bro. Like I tell people, like music, performing, and putting the songs out is like 10% of this whole journey.
they
Like a good
don't even market
10%.
themselves, bro. Like for me, I hate when artists just send me a reel and expect me to like interact with it. Or they'll be like, comment, share. Like, what am I liking, comment, and sharing, bro? Where's
Sharing
your
for
backstory?
yo,
Like, you know
bro.
what I'm saying?
I've never sent anything to anyone, and it wasn't like what can I say? Like, it wasn't that like I don't know I have a fan base or whatever. Like, my art, I just know my shit is good, and if you like it, you'll share it. If you don't, you won't. Like, if you like it, you'll tell someone about it. I know some people that's not even on social media, bro. But as soon as I drop a song, they're gonna let everybody know. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? So, I do love that what you said because it's like instead of us directing traffic to these other avenues and these other platforms. You feel me? Because even if we use them, because I just released a single the other day, but it's about us directing the traffic to us. You know what I mean? So it's like, hey, I got the song, but boom, you might want to get some TBF merch on the side, or you just might want to get some on the side while you're investing in this one, bro. So like one thing I do notice, bro, like uh MCs, artists be kind of afraid also to take the leap that we've taken and to go to individual because I feel like they feel like they need those bigger platforms to put their music out for them when if they could just learn how to do it themselves, you could take this whole journey to a whole next level.
That's a fact. Heavy on that one. Um, okay, got it finally. Yeah, you mentioned you dropped a single the other day. I wanted to speak on that too. Like, first off. what's your strategy with like releasing music and stuff, like your vision, like because you release a lot. So what is the science to that? Like, because I mean, for me personally, I don't like. I'm gonna do it this year for sure, but I don't like releasing a lot of music. You know, like I'll try to like create like a nice body of work. You know, so
Hmm.
I'm mostly known for like the albums or the EPs and stuff like that. Like a lot of people don't know me for singles.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, what's your science to like just consistently releasing?
Uh, I would say Russ has said it before. You know, you got Love Russell as well. Um, I believe in quality and quantity. You know,
Okay.
but my strategy with releasing is this might sound a little weird, but bro, I just live life, bro. As I live life, it kind of gives me the music, and then like I have to share the story. You know what I mean? So right now, I'm about to say a sentence that might surprise or spark a lot of people. Like, but I am not depending on the money I make from music to live my life. I'm gonna say that one more time because a lot of times I feel like when artists tunnel vision or like box themselves in, you only stream it. You know what I mean? There's
Mhm.
so many other ways. This is why I said music is 10%. And I know you know this. We done had plenty of conversations, Reef, you know what I mean? So reading books, investing, like
Yep.
I'm grateful enough, you know, to even, you know, the book The Richest Man in Babylon, you pay yourself first before you pay anyone else. So I'm grateful to put myself in a position where I'm not really depending on the money that I make from music to live my life. That now that doesn't mean that music won't pay me millions one day. Because I honestly
Right.
feel like it's the lottery, bro. I really feel like for all of them tickets that they all scratched off, one day they just get back all the money from all the tickets they done scratched off. You scratched off $7 million in tickets and you finally win a $4 million play one day. You like, oh my God, I hit the jackpot. No, you're still $3
Yep.
million in debt and you didn't even realize it. You know what I mean?
Right.
But
Exactly.
it's just the fact that you kept showing up and you kept scratching that ticket. You know what I mean? So for me, I'm not really depending on the money I make from music to live my life. So now it's more free when I give you what I give you. As soon as I create a piece of art, bro, it doesn't really belong to me anymore. That
Mm.
that was just a piece of me at that moment in that time. If I try to say that that belongs, that now that is a part of me forever. But for me to say that that belongs to me forever and that is who I am forever, that will be stifling me. That will be stifling my journey. So now,
Nah,
if I give you
right.
this piece of work, all right, boom, hey, this is me at this point in this time. This is what I've been feeling. So that could be a single, that could be a group of work. Like, you know, I'm working on a group of work, a big group of work that I'm probably going to release around my birthday, around May next year. But right now, I just recently released a single. You know, I'm pretty sure everybody knows. My mother just passed at the top of this year. You feel me?
Mm.
Uh, it's definitely been a wave of up and down, but I just released a single uh this Friday that just yesterday, you know, for her, for that journey, for everyone. So that song is just encapsulates all of the emotions that everyone was going through, not only me, because I realized as soon as I lost my mom, I'm not the only one who lost their mom. I'm not the only one who has a dad that lost their wife. Like there are so many other people going through what I go through. And the reason why I release my music so freely is because people admire me and people see my mindset and people see that, yeah, that I do have my dark days, but I continue to transmute the darkness into light. And I see people look at me again and again, and they're like, yo, how does he do this? So
Mm.
I kind of use my journey, my music as pages. Like, oh, okay, here's Hearts and Breaks. This is how David deals with love. Oh, here's David on David. Here's how he deals with himself. Here's the single. Here's how David dealt with losing his mom. standing in his own truth while still honoring his own mother. So if he can do all of these things, maybe I can do all of these things myself on my journey. And pause. You take the meat, spit out the bones. You got to pause that. You understand? But every
Pause.
time, even with you, MC Reef, man, we done had so many conversations, we done had so many talks. So it's like, and I'm blessed to meet somebody like you because usually,
Appreciate that.
especially in New York, bro, like you see people trying to hide the gems or like trying not to give you the way, but we share ideas and it's like, okay, let me take what I
100%.
can use and I put to the side what I can't use to further my journey, and then boom, as I'm teaching and as I'm going, you take what you need on your journey and you use what you could use, and whatever you don't need now you put back on the table. So I just give so freely because, and then that's just a scripture as well, bro. Like the book in the Bible, Luke chapter 6 verse 38, man, you says give and it will come back to you, pressed down, shaking together, running over. That's not only money, bro. That's in love. That's at a job. Jim Rohn said it. If the man does more than what he is paid for, he will soon be paid for more than what he wants to do. So sometimes in music, and this doesn't mean that you change your whole scheme,
Right.
because just because you're not releasing music, MC Reef, that don't mean you're not giving.
Mm.
You probably won't put out a project for 5 months, but you done popped out to 8 shows. You done did 7 of
Mm-hmm.
your own shows. You done recorded with a couple of people, so you still giving. Just because you're not
Right.
releasing doesn't mean you're not giving. Just because you're not releasing doesn't mean you're not giving. So you definitely been on that journey, and
Right.
how we release is how we release, but it's all about just always being willing and always moving and always showing up how you do, bro. So, you know.
I appreciate that. Appreciate that. Um, this is gonna be crazy to ask. So you're heavy into religion, Christianity specifically.
I wouldn't
Um,
say Christianity. My mom was a Christian.
oh, sorry, my
I
bad.
was,
My
and I
bad.
was a, no. You're more than fine. I grew up a Christian. A lot of those values that my mom have instilled in me, I definitely carry. But I am an Israelite now. You feel me?
Okay,
You
got
know.
it.
But yes, definitely. Yeah.
Well then, so the question I was gonna ask is, why didn't you become a Christian rapper?
That's a powerful question. And you want to know what's really crazy between me and you?
Yeah,
I feel like I'm a Christian rapper, bro.
I like that.
I,
Okay.
so many people come to me and tell me that I've saved lives and like I've helped them, and nobody ever came up to me and said, well, a couple of people. My mom. Let's start with my mom. Um, the first time I started rapping was probably like around 2017. I was writing gospel songs for like choirs and shit like that.
Mm.
But
Oh,
then
nice.
I was like, all right, this is not working. This is not working for me. So I gotta start. I gotta start rapping. But I feel like there are certain songs that I've written and I ain't even curse. You know what I mean? Like me and my cousin, who's a Christian, we was talking about this because he's a Christian rapper. And I
Right.
just consider myself an MC, but I consider myself an MC of the most high. You feel me? So
Mhm.
like uh I do feel like there's a gospel in my message, but the reason why I probably tell you why I would have become a Christian rapper, because I really feel like as soon as I say one curse word, I'm not a Christian rapper anymore. I don't think that
That's the reason
deems
why
what's
I asked the
going on.
question, to be honest, because I listen to your music, so
Yeah,
it's like it's interesting that you always put God in your music and stuff like that, but then you drop a
yeah.
nigga or a fucking bitch, or like it's like for me personally, because I do my best to not curse in music as well,
Hmm.
but for me it's more so because I have nieces and nephews that listen to my music, but at the same time, it's like I know they're gonna get older and listen to the music, so for me it's like if I'm gonna curse in any of my music, it has to be expressive. Like I have to be expressing something. I can't just be out here just dropping F bombs for
Exactly.
no
Come
reason.
on.
Yeah, you feel me? So it's like if they hear a curse, they're gonna know for sure. Like even when they come to shows and I perform and I forget to bring out the curse, they already know automatically. Like, yeah, okay, he's just in his mode, he's expressing. So it's never like a bad image. And I talk to them a lot as well too about the type of music they listen to. It's like,
Yeah.
like I don't care if y'all listen to it, but be mindful of how much you listen to it, or like what it influences you to do. Like if you start feeling like the music is like taking a hold over you, you doing like things because of the music, like you got to fall back off that one, like
Exactly.
But yeah, so thanks for breaking that down, honestly, because
Yeah,
that
yeah.
was again, like I said, that was the reason I asked. Like I wanted to know if you was mindful of that, but um, also, side note, it that kind of like is what strayed me away from like religion,
Mm,
because it was like my family was Christian growing up, but my aunt used to go to the extreme, like she used to go to the extreme for us to like to convert,
yeah.
and it like because we didn't want to convert, she would like call us demons and shit like that, and like the things we would do, like when I started smoking weed, she called me evil, she called me a
Mm-hmm.
demon for that. I'm like, I don't think this is how Christians behave, it's like, and then it's like one of the first songs that I made is it's so funny. The song, well, I made a couple songs, but the first song that I pretty much displayed to my family, or the one that they stuck to rather, because I showed them an album, which was an unexpected one. I first showed it for my mom, who then put it out to everyone else.
Mm.
So the song that she caught on to was "Fuck You." Like of all the songs on there, but
Of
even that
course,
song,
that's
if you
gonna be the
listen to
first
it,
one.
right?
Oh
But
my.
even if you listen to it, it's super expressive. Like it's like I'm not even saying anything wrong on there. Like I'm literally just saying if you don't fuck with me, then fuck you. Like that throughout the whole song. Like like I'm just
That's it.
basically that's what I'm expressing. Yeah, But because of the title and because I'm saying fuck you so much, she's like, oh okay, I see what you're doing here. Like then she starts telling the family. So then once my aunt caught a wind of it, it was like, oh, that's what you're doing. Okay, you're taking the devil's path, and I'm like, yo, like you can't be serious, like.
Yo,
So
man, like I go through it every day, and there are certain times where I have to let people know, like, just watch it because Jesus done went in the temple and flipped the table, bro. The
mm,
first thing when you talk about Jesus, you don't walk up to people and be like, "Yo, bro, did you know that he flipped the table in the church? Like, you shouldn't follow that man."
yeah, for
So
real.
it really goes to show uh people's interpretation of the art. And I love what you said when you said that the only time I curse is when I'm expressing myself. Because
Mm,
that's me right here. The reason why my music may probably have profanity
mm,
is because the way that life gave me the message that I got, bro. The message, the way life gonna slap, punch you in your face. Life don't care. Life is
mm,
explicit. Life don't give you a censored version of itself. No, life is going to curse you out. So when I take my experience and I transmute it into something that somebody could hear, yeah, there are times where curse word may come here and there. So now it's like you're not even really focused on the curse word because you're focused on what I said. You know what I mean? Like I got a song that's coming out later and it goes, I wrote down some plans and then I did it myself. Did the Jamo a couple times, became a wisdom myself. True and mutual
mm,
love, started forgiving myself. Everybody born to die, I guess I'm living myself. I guess it's just me, my brothers, and the bleeds. Trying to keep that consistency like Kobe, get rid of bad habits. Feel like Angel Reese scoring on the board, and these people still not pleased, no man. But I still go ham for the cheese. I need shorty ass like Pam for the ease. This is why I'm on my own. That's the sleeves. So now it's like, so far, I ain't even really cursing until I just said I need shorty ass like paying for the. But so many of my real niggas is just gonna understand that, and it's just like, yo,
right.
bro, I dead do. So I love sharing my story so explicitly and seeing people's interpretation of it, bro. I like to see it
Mm,
now because now I can see where you are in your walk with God.
right.
There are so many people who may not be walking that good. And when I write a song, they're like, oh yeah, I ain't like that. I'm like, damn, it sounds like the way that I forgave my father, you need to forgive your father. So go listen to that song again and let me know what you come. And then there's some
Real
people
talk.
that come to me like, oh, bro, I love that song you made. You feel me? And then I got one more song called Mad. And I'm just talking about like what people might see as me being a demon or whatever is really righteous indignance, bro. You know,
Mm,
I say something like, all these niggas been mad, laughing like I'm Sinbad. What to the father and the son? I ain't know I been dad. And me send another beat, feeling sick, I get glad. I hope this beat make the cut. Working like a Jenga, stacking like a Jenga ad. All this shit can't make it up. I really need a pen pad. I like to look it over first. Then I make my ship land. Niggas really hurt. They need to talk to the Lord and get glad. Trying to make
mm,
some moves with all that baggage. You can't get bags. I read a verse and break a curse. Disrespect, I make a hearse. Niggas really mad at me because I try to save them. first. Had to take a step back. Every move been too slime. We gonna get that lick back. Leave it all in due time. MC Reef, you can't tell me that's
Talk
not
about it.
gospel, my boy.
That
That's
is
church.
that is gospel.
And it
That is
hurt.
gospel,
I know
man.
it hurt. And and this is where, like, for lack of a better term, and this is probably the most horrible example that I'm gonna give you. But you got your Jews and you got your Gentiles. You got those Jews and people say that they belong. Okay, you got the people in the world. Jesus died for everybody. Does that mean that Chris Brown is not a God? That don't mean Chris Brown not getting blessed. Jay-Z, you understand what I'm saying? So when we start
Right,
that conversation, I don't really dive into too much because how I receive people and what they hear about how they're receiving my work tells me more about them than myself, bro. I talk to myself about myself every day. When we release our work, we are giving people the opportunity to interpret what they think they know about us.
right,
When in all reality, the last song that I released, the last couple songs that I released, you think that you really know about me. No, I am allowing you to break down this moment. This is not me. You're breaking down a moment. This is not my personality. Don't make this my identity. This is just a point in time.
right.
I am forever. I am infinity. I am everlasting. You feel me? So I just love to honestly entertain that conversation because to say that God is not with me if I'm not in a certain place would do him a big injustice type shit. Yeah, yeah.
That's dope, man.
Yes, and I'm
Thanks for
sorry
sharing
to
that.
ramble right there, but that was powerful, brother. You got
Ah,
me.
you listen.
Yeah.
This is a open platform, and I love it when I have a guest that's willing to like go into detail. You know what I'm saying? Because it again, you have people watching. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's people watching now, and there's people that's gonna be watching this later. And it helps me out. You know what I'm saying? It shows that this platform is a place to be. So
For
be
sure,
comfortable.
bro.
Be comfortable. Talk your shit. Tell your
Yeah.
story. You know what I'm saying? That's what this
Last
is
thing I'll
for.
say, bro. Last thing I'll say. My mom thought that when I started smoking, making music, that I was gonna be bad. Credit score gonna get lower. You just gonna be out here have girls pregnant. No. My mom realized that when I got engaged, when I got a
Mm.
college degree, and as I continue to invest, she's like, oh, so music and women and weed is not stopping him from progressing in this life, although he's around music and women and weed. So that says a lot about the individual that's in the environment as opposed to the
Yo, I
environment.
say this all the time, because I kid you not, son, being a music artist just kills my love life, bro. Like you meet a chick and she's just like, oh, you do music, that's so cool, blah blah blah, and then it gets to the point where she get to come to a show, and depending on the type of artist you are, me personally, I like to network and shit like that, so I'm bouncing around the room, so. And they don't like that your attention is elsewhere. You know what I'm saying? They want to be all hugged up in the crowd and showing everybody you a proud, in love artist. And it's like, yeah, we could do that, but like I'm at work right now, you know what I'm saying? Respect the space, you know what I'm saying? Like or like, when you in your creative mode and you just want to like chill out and write real quick, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like for me personally, like I don't write a lot. Like I don't write every single day. Like a lot of artists might tell you they write every day or whatever, but
Yeah.
once I get that creative spark, yeah, don't bother me. Like, let me chill for a little bit. Let me get what I need to get out of my head, put it on a pad, and that's it. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
I'm right back into, action. But for the most part, I've dated partners who wouldn't even let me get that 30, 40 minutes. They wouldn't even let me rehearse for a show, like shit like that, So, or like for the most part, when I started getting more feedback, like when people started actually hitting me up, don't let it be a woman. You know what I'm saying? And women don't really be jumping in my DMs like that, but there are the occasional ones who would, just literally platonically just say, yo, great job, or I like what you're doing, or hey, I heard this song, and like they'll express how they feel, like,
Hmm.
and then they'll get all jealous. Who's this you talking to? You've been talking to them for a long time, or blah blah blah. And it's like we're just having a conversation, like, so yeah,
Trust me,
being
I
being a music
know.
artist.
I am engaged, brother. Trust me, I know, bro.
Well, I wanted to talk about that as well too. Congrats on the engagement, by the
Thank
way. Um,
you.
Nah, that was a beautiful thing. I wasn't able to see it live, but I looked at the pictures and everything and the videos, and you did a really great job with that. And as I was saying to you off the cam, I'm proud of you because there's not a lot of dudes in our younger generation and our generation that's doing this. You know what I'm saying? That's grabbing one woman and sticking with her. Like, yeah, it's cool when you're younger and you're in your dating phase and you want to, I guess, flip the channel. But you know what I'm saying? Like, you found someone that you wanted to stick with. She knew that she wanted to stick with you, and you kept through on your word. Like, you know what? I'm gonna
Yeah.
make sure that this is worth it. So, shout out to you, man, for real. We
Thank
need
you, thank
more
you,
of that,
man.
like within our young community,
Yeah,
our
I
brothers.
mean,
You know,
I'm
like,
trying to show, and I know it'll happen because, like, sometimes, to my single friends, I let them know, I'm like, yo, bro, like, the fact that you're focusing on your money and your property and all that is good. So when the right woman come along, you're gonna be Gucci. So all my friends that's in a relationship, I'm like, yo, bro, your cost is a little different, like mine. Like, I wasn't. I'm getting to that point where with the property and the cars and the stuff is coming, but I was privileged to meet the queen before I got to the kingdom. And sometimes people get the kingdom before they get the queen. So it's just about who your situation,
talk about it.
realizing where you at, and thinking that, because a lot of people used to look at me like, yo, bro, you got a shorty. Why you talking like this? Like, I be telling them, just because I am engaged or I got a girlfriend don't mean that I can't express myself. Hove do it. Kanye do it. Why can't I do it? So that's very powerful. And like, one thing I'm glad that you know yourself, MC Reef. Like, I feel like it's very important that we know ourselves, because the one that I attracted, it was because of that. So that the timeline is just different for everyone. So, I tell my single friends, bro, when your queen come, she you got everything good. And then I tell my friends who got the queen before the kingdom, I'm like, yo, bro, you've been privileged to get the queen on your chessboard before the chessboard even came here. So
Real
work with
talk.
that queen so you could checkmate the other fucking side and do what you gotta
Yeah,
do.
nah,
You
for
feel me?
real. Like
Yeah.
that, and I don't know, man. I think also some people, well, specifically creatives, that doesn't matter what you create, whatever. I just think in the field, when you reach a certain level of success or recognition, rather, like you get caught up in that, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's like you kind of, some people don't want it to end. Me personally, I hate it, you know what I'm saying? Because I say it a lot, but I was never popular. So, I've always had like people who found me cool or whatever. They like me for
Mhm.
me, and once I started realizing the difference of being popular and people liking you for who you are, that's when it became less about the numbers, you know what I'm saying? I didn't care too much about like popularity. I didn't care who was watching me or whatever. Like, it was more so like who was actually inspired, like who was actually happy to be around, like, so like that, who was taking what I was saying and actually applying it, like that kind of thing. So yeah,
Big fact.
I think yeah, people just get too comfortable with the spotlight, and they just want to, show off.
Yeah.
Yo, look at me, I'm the hottest rapper, or I'm the hottest videographer, and then you know how it is with most women, once they see a little bit of shine, they run in like. So yeah, and some dudes they never had that in their life as well too. Like you could tell a lot of these people, that reach fame, they ain't never been cool either, and they take advantage of it. So they're
Mm,
like, oh, I'm finally cool now. So they start reliving their whole teenage phase and everything they didn't get to do before. So
yeah.
yeah, it's a corny cycle, man. It's a corny cycle. I just wish people would grow up, and
Yeah.
understand that.
Hey, man, they gonna break out of it, bro. Like, the more we elevate, the more I'm realizing it's like, damn, like sometimes the toughest thing to do is to tell someone what they need to know, or like
Oh
you got the key to
man,
break them out they cycle. And then
man.
it's especially the toughest when, like, if I know somebody who been somewhere before, like for example, all of my friends or all of my people, even if they ended up in divorce, even if they've been engaged before and they didn't get to the marriage, I'm getting all the wisdom I can from people who might have experienced what I've experienced before I experienced it. Like, all right, bro, I just got engaged. You engaged? All right, bro, what you went through? You boo boo boo. Like I said before, pause. Take the meat, spit out the bones, bro. So um I'm
You got to
learning.
find a different saying,
You
bro.
know I'm gonna keep going.
You need a different one.
Gotta keep it straight, because the interview gonna finish. They gonna be like, "Yo, bro, MC Reeve and David H was wilding on there, man, talking crazy."
Yo,
But
you
nah,
crazy,
bro,
son.
like, pause, you take the meat, spit out the bone. So like, not only music, that goes to relationships, that goes to everything. So like, that is always why I loved having, although we're having a conversation in front of everybody today, that's why I always love the talks we had, bro. Whether it was DM or IG, or we texting each other, or we may call each other for like a quick 10, 15 minutes, because it's like you knew how to compartmentalize things and just deal with everything as it comes, bro. So I feel like that is the win and the success, especially as an MC, to know ourselves. Like we not really running or chasing, we're more attracting. And that's the blessing right there, bro.
That's a fact. And it's crazy you say that. We got a question, by the way. I'm gonna ask the question in a second, but I like that you said that too, because like what I started realizing with life in general, like, have you ever like seen someone so many times? I mean, this could happen multiple ways, but have you ever seen someone so many times and then like eventually they become a part of your life? Like they're like in your life, like actually doing something to like, I guess influence you in many ways. So
Yeah.
like for example, it could be like let's just say you get on the bus every day, you see the bus driver, hey, what's up? You pay your fare, boom. And then 5 years later, this same bus driver is like he's probably like at the ballpark teaching you how to dribble and work on your moves and stuff like that. And
Mhm.
it's like, yo, like I didn't know like I was getting on the bus and now you here coaching me, like, so it's like they become a part of your life. So has that ever happened to you? I don't know.
Um, yeah. Inside and outside of music, like even with my cohorts now, like via Trees Bear Fruit, via What You Want from the Deli, I went to college with these individuals, you
Mm,
know, and some were around longer than others. You feel me? Like there were times where we were with each other. There were times when we were without, and then everything came full circle, and now we back stronger. And then there were some people who I played ball with every day. Like
mm,
on not talk about no type of music, bro. Not talk about no type of business or nothing, bro. And then we turn around today, got a whole album. You feel me? Got a
mm.
whole project with people. So like
That's dope.
I think it's to add on to that, I feel like that's why it's so powerful, like the individual, because it's like I try to let people know, like, even though you could do this for me, yeah, you might be able to shoot a video for me, you might be able to record a song with me, you might be able to engineer for me. Nah, I'll fuck with you because I fuck with you, like the individual. Like, even if you didn't have all of that, the fact that you could do those things, it just adds on to how cool of a person you might be. You feel me? So
100%.
obviously, and then at the same time, you want to make sure that you're valuable. You know what I mean? Like, I'm glad that when I come to a studio, I might not be the main attraction, but I'm glad that they know that if they need an idea or they need some feedback, David H is going to be there to give them
Real talk.
genuine positive feedback. And if David H ends up on the song, David H ends up on the song because sometimes there's just an idea that nobody but you could express it how you could express it. So
Right.
uh I'm grateful that we've like gained a relationships because what they always say it's not what you know, it's who you know. I say it's
100%.
what you know and who you know because once you get to know who you know, what you know could come into play at a bigger platform, bro. So
Big
you know,
facts.
yeah.
Big
And I guess
facts.
the last thing I say is it's really cool to meet those people because sometimes you come across those individuals and you just playing ball with them every day. You went to school with them and then you turn around, you're like, yeah, bro, I didn't even know you was doing this. Like,
Right. Real shit, real shit.
yeah, bro. So
So that's
yeah.
pretty much what it is for me. I definitely. But for me, it's also the opposite. Like I meet people in their profession, but for me, it'd be cool to meet them outside of it. And there's been times where I've run into artists, on a random day. You know what I'm saying? And, like again, this goes like into like living a double life. Some people only want to be seen in their profession. Like me personally, I ain't gonna hold you. I don't really like to be seen out in public. I'm not gonna hide from nobody. But you know what I'm saying? If you catch me in sweats or whatever the case is, don't come to a show and be like, yo, I saw this nigga on the bus. And I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just happen to catch me in the wild. You
Yeah,
caught a wild beast.
that's it.
You know what I'm
I'm a
saying?
human
But
being. Put on my
yeah,
pants one leg at a time, just
so
like you, man.
yeah. Yeah, but then I always, for a lot of times, it's like some people take that the wrong way. Like I have people that have known me for a while, and they'll ask me if they see me in public, "Oh, you still make music? What makes you think I don't?" Because I'm not dressed as the part, like I'm not on stage or, something like that. So it's like, yeah, like it's nice to see people in different elements, and they be comfortable with it. So yeah, shout out to Word Chef Steph. She's in the chat. She just asked a wonderful
What
question.
up, Steph?
Um,
What's the word?
she said, to the best of your knowledge, would you say women get equal music opportunities as men, or do you see gender bias across the industry?
Damn.
I got an answer for
Go
that, but I
ahead.
want to let
I was
you
about to
answer that.
say, you go first, nigga.
Oh, all right. So I'm gonna explain this in the craziest way. So first off, we're gonna look at the industry today. It's mostly dominated by women. So
Facts.
um, there was a clip that I seen a while back, and maybe you seen this one too. But it's Rick Ross. He's like a judge at this competition or whatever. It's him and two other people on the side of him, and there's three women. There's this skinny. She had to be like Congolese. Like she was really really dark, beautiful dark,
Uh-huh.
and she had like a really nice melodic voice, beautiful voice. Then you had this other chick who was like kind of average, but she was like, she had average bars. You know what I'm saying? But you can tell she could put it together with the right development. And then you had this one chick who came in there damn near naked, BBL and all of that, and she rapping about nothing. And at the end of the whole thing, Rick Ross was like, "I
Come
want that one right there,
on.
yeah, that one."
I'm
And
gonna let you finish,
for me,
Kanye. I'm gonna let you finish, Bios. I'm gonna let you finish,
so
Smith. My fault. Go ahead,
so
though.
when I seen that, I was just like, "Yo, son, there's no way that this is fair," And then now that I'm actually further in the industry, I see the same thing happening. A lot of these women that's getting the opportunities are the ones that's willing to compromise themselves. So, do women get the same opportunities? No, I don't think so. Because again, I was having this conversation actually the other day. How come Doechii won a Grammy before Rhapsody?
Ooh.
We
Because
we could talk about
Doechii,
this,
hey,
like,
hey, no offense, but Doechii showing a little bit more ass, like, and
but
it's
that,
not
that
even
there you
crazy.
go. But there you
It's not even
go.
crazy. And what's crazy is, yo, bro, before we even go on, the moment my mother died was the moment I tell people real conversations. Me and my mom used to talk about all of this, bro. Industry, men, politics, everything. So she was just like, yo, if I could see a woman make it without showing her ass, that's cool. But if a woman is showing her ass and she makes it, that doesn't mean that she's not talented. So I love what you said. And it's a shame that sometimes they got to compromise themselves a bit, which sucks in this world, you know? But that makes
Right.
me admire. I still admire Doechii, bro, because for a fact, bro, her pen, like if you listen to Doechii and you never saw her, you're
She's
just gonna be
funny.
like,
I
what
listen. I just
what is
listened to
going
her
on?
music the other day. Like
Word.
I dove through a rabbit hole because, like, personally, I didn't jump on a Doechii train yet. Like for me, I need more. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it
Mhm.
is when I meet an artist as mainstream. Like a lot of the artists that I know now have went independent to mainstream. So, I got to witness that journey. But if for some, like if it's just straight mainstream, I'm already like not interested because I already know what the mainstream consists of.
Yeah,
But with Doechii, I was like, you know what? I like how because it also shows like the people that listen to it. Like some of the people that I follow on my page, that's also following these other artists. So if y'all are all listening to Doechii, then I know okay, she has to have some type of power, some type of message. So yeah, the other day I went through like her whole catalog. I went through everything. I watched a lot of her videos.
very,
Very creative. I love her
very.
pen, like you said. But then again, there's just that compromising aspect, and I just kind of which if women are going to get more opportunities, they got to stand on that right there. I'm saying? Like they're not willing to compromise.
Facto.
So and
No,
Rhapsody does that though. Like if you listen to her music, she'll tell you, I'm not talking about this, I'm not dressing like that. Like she'll say it in her music. And it's like, yo.
Layla's
But and
wisdom,
to,
man.
to, to make that conversation even more powerful, she's been Grammy nominated, I believe, 3 times.
And
Two or
I'm not
three
gonna cap.
times.
The nomination is enough, bro, because
You feel me? So
to win the award and to get nominated, the fact that the world has even recognized it, like I love what Kanye said when he had won the VMA. I think he won the VMA Video of the Year award, and he was like, "For me to bust my ass just for you to say I'm second place is crazy." But it's very hard for everybody to believe, bro. But we're all successful because if you literally took an idea that you didn't even solidify or like manifest into the physical, and you was able to bring that's the success right there. Now, the
yeah,
moment that they put a structure, a hierarchy, a poll, a vote on it, that's the time that the work could get diminished, the work could get saturated. But nah, just because um Cardi B won the Grammy for Invasion of Privacy doesn't mean that Astro World wasn't Astro. Do you
right.
understand what the fuck I'm saying?
Yep.
So
So it's real.
you know, so it's a powerful thing where we say comparison, bro, is the thief of joy. And then we go into politics, we go into all of these game shows where you're constantly put in positions where you gotta compare. Even when you're eating your meals, you gotta compare. So now it's a powerful mindset that we get to. And Doechii had to get there, Cardi B had to get there. The artist who won a Grammy and didn't have to get there because I care enough to share my work with you. I know you're gonna compare it. I know you. I don't give a fuck about that though. This is me. This is my work. This is my expression. I love Rhapsody the most because she didn't compromise at all. You feel me?
Mhm.
Like my favorite project from her is Layla's Wisdom. Layla's Wisdom is crazy.
Yo, that was a
Top to
fire
bottom.
album.
No
Beautiful
skips.
album.
No skips on that shit. Like no skips. So now the fact that she could do that without showing her ass, that don't mean that Nicki Minaj might not be the best female MC to end this planet. So for me, this is my personal subjective thing to it. I don't care if you showing your ass or not. I'm gonna need you to have some type of delivery and some type of bars for people to want to stick to and for people to want to go with because uh that don't really go for us, nigga. Like I could rap and I could rap a verse with my shirt off, nigga. Like
Right.
that don't really make a difference for women. Obviously, that's a difference. You know, a Nikki might rap a verse in a suit, and then she might rap a verse with the top half of the suit not on. That's gonna get 500,000 more views. Hell yeah! But the verse was still probably as hard as it was when she had that suit on. So when we looking at art and we're interpreting it, we just got to be very careful. Yeah, we're gonna have our opinions and whatnot, but let's make sure that we don't plant our opinions in the ground as if they're uh flags of facts. These are still opinion. It is a fact that Nicki Minaj is a fire MC. It is a fact that Rhapsody is also a fire MC, but Nicki
Right.
Minaj show her ass. So now, whether I'm talking about substance and whatnot, there's my opinion. That's a flag that I can hold in my hand and wave, as opposed to planting it in the ground. Type
Right.
shit.
Right. I feel that. Um, so Batowski asked a great question. We're gonna get to that in a second.
Yo, I
But
feel like you
what that
see these
stuff
questions and
said,
it's mad, but as long
she
as you
also
see,
feels.
I don't see the questions, but it's cool though. I like when you ask them. I can't see. That's how it's cool. Go ahead.
Oh
Go ahead.
well, I mean, I don't know if you can see them where I posted them in the question. If people hit the question icon, I could post it directly to the screen. But right here, I pinned it in the comments.
Yeah, I do see
Um,
that. I do see that.
but
Okay.
first that Steph said, it was not a question, but she said she feels not know that women like Ice Spice and Doja Cat get seasons and then they're just kind of there. Whereas I feel like Lil Baby has always been up and steady. Well, I could answer that one from an industry perspective. And I don't think that's gender based at all. Um, well, it might be, but the reason why it might be gender based is because there's always a Doja Cat, there's always an Ice Spice. It's hard to emulate a Little Baby. Even though he's like an emulation of A Boogie. You know what I'm saying? But if you look at, let's say, the Bad Boy situation, after Biggie died, they went. Well, first they tried to make Craig Mack into the new Biggie before Biggie died, and then it was Shine, and then they tried it with Mace, and you know what I'm saying? Like they basically, it's like they're trying to replace an image. So as far as a dude goes, you know what I'm saying, we may have more to talk about. You know what I'm saying? So it may be harder to replace.
Yeah.
That whereas a woman, especially if they're given shine to only talk about their body, how much of that can you do before another woman, comes along that looks better
Yeah.
than you?
Which
You
is
know what I'm
why,
saying?
and
She might.
I'm so sorry. I don't mean to cut your wisdom unless you keep going. Which is why I respect Doechii because okay, you gonna show me a little bit of ass, but that flow is so irreplaceable that I'm just gonna have to eat that. But yes,
Mm,
yeah,
yeah, because it's more so an image thing. It's really more so an image thing, which is why it
gotcha.
would be gender based. The reason why it wouldn't be gender based is because there's the numbers behind it. You know, typically, women don't make enough, which is crazy, and not to make it gender based, but saying that to say that in the music game or whatever, I guess when you lose certain value or when you do certain things differently, you know what I'm saying? Like for a dude, again, I'm trying not to make it gender based, but for a dude, is like, some people might make a certain exception, but for a woman, it's like completely unacceptable.
Mm,
Like say in an example of Ice Spice, she lost weight. That's completely
yeah,
unacceptable.
You know what I'm saying? And now she's like, like nobody want to listen to her music now, so like women can't really do much in the music industry, like they
Mm,
have to keep up that appeal. Like that appeal is their work ethic, whereas the dude always has a work ethic. The dude is always constantly doing something. So,
yeah.
even if he makes a small mistake or if he drops a weak project, he can always bounce back from that. Whereas a woman has to go back to her old ways and try
Wow.
to,
That's
like, yeah, so
powerful. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
and
it's
that
crazy.
goes right over to Steph on what she was saying because it's like, and that's something where I say where we can't plant the flag. That's just something for us to be aware of. You feel me? Like I got a page. I was doing TikTok. All of these years, I ain't upgrade. I upgrade my phone. I don't got TikTok no more. So I was doing a little bit of motivational speaking on TikTok. I kind of transferred it over to Instagram. So the name of the page is I can only make you aware. You feel me? But that's a powerful thing to be aware of. It's like subconsciously women may not be even getting judged by the bars and delivery. They may be getting judged by how they look, as opposed to guys that they may be getting judged by just the delivery and just the bars, like, and just what they're giving. And even for men, I do feel like for us, like for me, keep it 1,000% with you. I feel like if I was a gang member of any sort right now, there'll
You
be
think
there'll be
relevant.
10,000 there'll be 10,000 people on this lot.
Exactly.
So
That's point proven. Like,
that just goes to, like you said, like to even not make it gender based. Sometimes we're not even judging the artist by what they're giving us and how good the music actually is. Now we're judging them by how they look, what they've done. Now, as much as it has to be true, because now you got your certain gang rappers who you ain't really listening to it, but then you got your certain people. You got the Pop Smokes, the Casanovas. You got those where I can hear the truth in it. So although you may have walked down this path, it's true, and that goes to a stripper. That's why Cardi B, like, nigga, she really does strip. Yeah, she done twerk 20 feet in the air, shake ass, and she really did that. That's why it sound real. But if a girl try to rap like she ain't do that before, it ain't gonna be real. So now, what I do say is, we all have the trump card of expression. Everybody could express themselves in the way they want. The First Amendment is real, bro. We got freedom of speech. That's what everybody forget.
real talk.
Sometimes we think critiquing the speech is an amendment. That's not an amendment. It's just
Mm,
a free country. You get the opportunity to talk about how you talk about it. Now, it is written
right.
that I can say whatever the fuck I want. It's not written.
Fact.
It's not written that your interpretation of it is that
Right.
important. You feel
Hmm.
me? Yeah, yeah,
Yo,
yeah.
that's a double-edged sword though, but that's another
That's a whole
topic for another day.
other time. That's a dark
Word
ball
chef.
lightsaber right there. My fault, man.
Yo, word chef said we judge them by how well they represent us, which leads us into Batowski's question.
Mhm.
And I like that she said that before I asked this question. He asks, what do you think is going to take to stop glorifying the ignorance in our culture? So I want you to answer that one first.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm a breathe.
Uh, uh, what is it gonna take to stop glorifying the ignorance in our culture? Mm. I feel like the ignorance in our culture may never, unfortunately, and it sucks that I'm saying this, it might never stop being glorified. But I feel like how we express ourselves through the ignorance will stand tall. And I feel like this goes over to the Drake and Kendrick beef. I still love both artists. I still butt both of them. I just feel like that was a battle of characters. That was a battle of and whatnot. Like they both
And which
still
character
winners.
do you think won though? Which character do you think shown the most?
So what? Now this is why I say music is a powerful conversation, and this is the conversation that I brought up to my coworkers at my job last year. I'm like, yo, Drake kind of coddles the lower self, the lower man. You got your Drakes, you got your Futures, you got your alpha males, you got your beta males, but then you got your future. Where there's
The
sigmas,
hybrids.
you got hybrids. Like I don't really give a fuck. I don't gotta have a woman, nigga. I'm just me. Future just future. And you ain't for me. You for us. And that don't make
Mm.
me a beta male. So there's a type of expression into where creating the world that you want. But in that, there's the realities and the true natures of it all. So Drake coddles the lower self, the lower man. Every time Drake rap, I love his expression. I love how he rap. I love his delivery, bro. But he always talk about that girl that he loved, that he don't really love, that he might start loving. But he might call her tomorrow, but he might not text back. But I know he
Yo,
got bread, so he might pull up on her in the Hellcat one day. And then you going up against Kendrick Lamar, who I know my wife is right here. My kids is right here. My niggas is right here. And that don't mean that Drake niggas is not right there. But here we are, two successful men who stand on different principles.
mm,
So you just have to make sure that you are aware in the life that you live. For some people, Drake life is okay for Drake. And I feel like that is the lesson that
but
we were
who made
missing.
it okay?
Drake made it
So
okay. And that got nothing to do with us. And
low
and
key
what's
it does.
crazy is,
So
and when I say okay, that don't mean that it's okay. That means that it's okay for Drake.
no, but it's okay for us too if we glorify it. If we're
Ah,
calling Drake the best artist in the world, you
okay,
know
I
what I'm
see you
saying? Like
saying. Yeah,
we're
yeah, I see
taking
you
we're
saying.
taking fault for that.
I see
So
you saying.
like, and this is gonna go into my answer to the question. So a lot of times I listen to my music on in alphabet order or like off a shuffle because I don't like when you're on shuffle, it plays a lot of the same music. And I like to diversify my
Mm,
playlist. So um yesterday it was on shuffle and it was just going from like different artists, and then it landed on like a Drake stretch. And they played his song uh, uh Believe Me. I forgot who's on it. It's Lil Wayne, Drake, and I think somebody else is on that song. But he was saying in the song, like, if somebody touched Wayne, I'm gonna put him in the ground. And I was like, I used to listen to the song when I was younger. Like, when the hell, like, how did this get past me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because,
yeah,
like, it's so funny. Like, a lot of times I don't watch music videos of like artists. So when I do finally tap into the music video and I see how they look, I just be like, this shit don't even make sense. Like,
yeah,
and I guess you could say I'm judging the book by its cover, but a lot of times you could just look at someone and be like, nigga, like, come
yeah.
on, bro, like, really, like, yeah. So, and that's what it was when I started seeing Drake. Like, when I started like putting the face to the lyrics, and I'm like, come on, bro. Like, so yes, he makes great music, but a lot of this shit is like, we don't believe you,
Mm,
nigga. We don't believe you. Like, I
yeah.
don't know what you're
It's
saying here. So
commercial. Very, yeah.
what do you think is going to stop? What are you going to think it's what is it going to take to stop glorifying the ignorance? I think honestly, people got to start thinking for themselves, and we're in a great generation for that right now, a great era, because you have even the Gen Z. It's a lot of Gen Z who don't even want to be part of Gen Z. Like they're irritated by the way that their
Yeah.
generation is going. You know what I'm saying? And they're the ones that's like creating a breakthrough because it's us, the OGs. By the way, we dropped the ball. You know what I'm saying? We gotta take accountability on
Yeah.
that. You know what I'm saying? So we dropped the ball. Like we see little niggas cutting school now and we don't even say nothing to them. The other day I just said something to this kid for throwing me personally, I hate littering. So like, and the part about littering that bothers me is that people throw shit on the ground when there's a garbage can
Right
literally right there.
there. Just do it.
So
Like if I don't see no trash can, all right, I understand. But
now I'm
come
holding
on, bro.
that shit till I find a garbage can, bro. I
I
put that
feel
shit
you.
right in my
I feel you. My
pocket. I
fault,
mean,
y'all.
if it
I
ain't
don't
like
litter
super
either.
messy or like nothing like that, I understand. But like, if it's something you could hold on to, bro, hold that shit. But for me personally, it just shows order, like cleanliness. Like if you're gonna throw the shit on the ground, and who knows what the hell your crib looks like.
Type shit. Yeah.
So like, it's shit like that for me. So I walked up to dude. I was like, "Yo, can you pick that up? Put that shit in the garbage." And he looked at me and rolled his eyes. And I ain't gonna hold you. I can't force him to pick the shit up from the ground. But at this point, I'm like, "Damn, bro, the fact that I can't even get through to
The
you, like, you know what
YNs,
I'm
man.
saying?
The
Yeah." So,
YNs.
but I'm pretty sure, homie probably went home later that day and was like, "Yo, who was that dude?" Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
what made him want to
Yeah.
say something to me? Because ain't nobody else say nothing. Everyone walked
Mhm.
past him, and and this is another thing too that I realized, and this is a funny realization. So the other day I was bringing a kitten to my mom. I have kittens and stuff, so I was bringing one over to my mom,
Mhm.
and I'm in the train station, and it's cold outside, so I got like the kitten wrapped up in mad blankets and towels and shit. So you can see her if she comes out to like look around, but for the most part she stayed hidden. Only when we was like stationary she came out to see wherever she was at, but people walking by me, they're breaking their neck to see what's inside the cage. And I'm just like, yo, son, would you pay attention to me if I didn't have this cat? Like if I was like, if I just stumbled down the stairs or some shit like that, would you help me back up or some, like, but because I have an item or, something that catches your interest,
Hmm.
you're here. You know what I'm saying? So going back to the ignorance, I think it's cool, when you're inspired by like someone living their life, again, going back to like the character being shown, like you having your life and stuff like that, you glorifying it, it's cool. But how are you doing it? You know what I'm saying? So like let's look at Rick Ross and let's look at Nipsey Hussle. You know what I'm saying? They both talk about wealth, but Nipsey was talking about like learning how to get it. Rick Ross is like, nah, this is how we live. Like this is just the life already. Like, and it's like I always been a
Hmm.
baller since I was young. And it's like, damn, bro, how did you get it? Nipsey's like, yo, well, I hustled, or I
Hmm.
was doing this in the hood, but then I transferred to this, like kind of thing.
And then
So
you find them
I think
rapping together. You
right.
feel
But
me? Yeah, it's
I
but
mean,
let me see.
they talked about it. They talked about this in a conversation where they were saying like what inspired them to like work together. But I again, people just got to start thinking for themselves and being able
Yeah.
to like pick up whatever message they want to decipher.
Hmm.
Like so if people choose to like keep sticking to this, mind you, it is marketed heavily, but also that's a great point as well.
Hmm.
Stop sharing this shit. Like I know a lot of times we hear like a certain artist do something or say something or whatever, and we're like, "Yo, look at this! We got to tell somebody." But it's like that share alone just put them up, like what I'm saying. So we got
Yeah.
to stop doing that.
Very, very
Like
true, bro.
and yeah, like I don't follow none of those platforms. I don't like whatever's on Instagram. Like I make sure like I indulge with shit that's actually beneficial to me. Like if I want to wake up and have a good day, I'm not listening to no gun shooting music. Like don't get it twisted. I listen to my ignorant shit. I got
Yeah,
my ignorant
word, like it
music. You know
gets
what I'm
there,
saying? Like
but
I have my shit.
you
You know
feel
what I'm
me?
saying?
Like
But for the most
to
part, yeah, my whole day is not filled with shoot 'em up, bang bang. Like, you know what I'm saying? I want to hear some. I listen to Willow. You know what I'm saying? I want to hear some. I like to listen to rap city. I
some
listen to
jazz.
Jane
Hip
Lucas a
hop
lot.
only
Like,
been here 50
I listen
years.
to
Like,
jazz word. Like, you know what I'm saying? I want to listen to a lot of that shit. So yeah, like it's all your mindset. You know what I'm saying? It's like whatever you're willing to ingest. You know what I'm saying? If
word.
you just want to stay at that level, you're gonna keep on listening to this shit, and you're gonna get mad at anyone, like you said, that tells you the truth about it. Like,
Hmm.
so, it's crazy, man.
Yeah,
It's
I
it's
mean,
it's really,
to definitely bring that to a close, like via the ignorance, you know, I feel like you said, it will definitely be uh thinking for yourself, and then within that, it just goes back to the first commandment, brother, man. So
but that's a dangerous commandment if we're in this era of
it
ignorance.
is,
Like, that's a
is,
dangerous,
it is.
like,
But like to break it down a little bit, you feel me? Like God is just translated to the word power. You feel me? The first commandment is like, I am the Lord thy God, you shall not have no other God before me. I am the main power. You are in your main power all the time. And this is why we don't like putting it into religion sometimes, because it diverts from who that power really is when it's just you and yourself. You feel me?
mm,
So, like you said, you don't listen to the boom boom biggity bang bang at 6 o'clock in the morning, bro. You might
right.
put it on at 4 o'clock. All right, I'm off work. I'm rolling up. I'm feeling good. Let me throw some pot smoke right now. Like I'm myself never. All right, I'm about
It's
to.
based on the vibe, really.
Yes, bro. That vibe is not your identity. You feel me? So for that, I feel like we're saying the same thing, but it's diving into like how they know themselves, because some people identify themselves off of the music they listen to, and that's not really us.
Right,
We really
right.
inside out, as opposed to them being outside in. You feel me?
Mm,
So them knowing themselves, bro, is definitely gonna help. And I think that's really the answer for real, to stop the ignorance, is just knowledge yourself, because the ignorance is not gonna stop. You just gotta
right.
make sure that you're
Real talk,
stopping the
no, for real, it's not.
ignorance.
Definitely not gonna stop. You're right about that.
Yeah.
Um, so while worship stuff is still in here, if she is, um, and shout out to Batowski. I got a talking point with him as well
Facto.
too.
Shout out Toss.
But
You ain't know what's going on. Big Deli Boy shit. You know what's going on. Shout out my boy Ski, man. You ain't know what's going on. BDBS out now. I ain't even gonna say too much. Go ahead, Reef. You ain't know what's going on. My fault, gangster.
nah, you good, you good, you good. So shout out to Word Chef Steph. We got to perform off Broadway.
Facto.
And and you was one of the artists that was selected for as the open mic winner.
Yeah.
So that was by the way, that was something that we came up with at the end, you know, I guess to fill out time and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And you know, we just thought, you know, who are some artists we can give an extra spotlight to? You know what I'm saying? Like who can we bring on that's gonna, you know, elevate the show? And you know, like we made the post, so it wasn't like pick people. It was like make this post and see who you can get to engage in it. So I automatically just went down my followers and started sending to people that I know is gonna take advantage of the opportunity. Because you know, like you send something to people and they be like, "Oh, all right, that's cool," and it's
Yeah.
like you fool, like it's a whole opportunity. Like so, yeah, I just knew you, Black Max. You know, I sent it to other people who they sent their video in kind of late, but you know, like I just knew that they would take advantage of the opportunity, you know, and you came through and you did not disappoint. So
Like,
talk about that, your experience off Broadway, you're in a theater on a nice elevated stage, bright lights, you like it's cushioned seats, you know what I'm saying? Like the whole vibe is different from a lounge. So like what was your what was your experience with
that
that?
was, man, that experience was phenomenal, bro. Like, even entering into it, we had to post like a 60-second clip of like a verse or something, So I posted a verse that I knew on this beat called Groove, you know, and quick, the page hit me up really fast, and I'm glad that I even took advantage of it because I always felt like our shit is poetry. You feel me? So it was really cool performing in the theater because I feel like my work was received in a different way. Sometimes when I could rap the same song on the stage and then I go rap it in a cafe and then I go rap it in a theater and then I could rap it right here talking to you is going to be received in so many different ways. So just being at that theater, like the light being in my face and not even really seeing anybody, just literally hearing and feeling them receive the performance, bro, it was really good, man. And like even
Facts.
the show as well, bro, you know, the
I
poets that were
bombed my
before
performance,
you,
bro. I'm gonna keep saying that. I bombed my performance.
man, you know what's crazy, man? Look, people like MC Reed Bob, and they do extravagant, and they over here talking about how Bob. I'm like, well, motherfucker, I ain't see that. I don't know what you talking about.
Yo,
I had a great
when you
time.
watch the video, bro, I bombed both sets,
Oh
both sets.
man,
You
bro,
know, and
I
for
don't
me,
know, man.
like I enjoyed it, you know. But for me, the reason why I go hard on the whole bombing it is because that was one of those moments where you're supposed to shine. Like you're not supposed to have a bomb moment. You know what I'm saying? Like you're supposed to run straight through your set, and I got too carried away. You know, I was low key intoxicated throughout the whole day. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, and that's something that I've been working on lately. Like, you know, like I actually stopped, you know, drinking and smoking before I perform.
Yeah,
Like, or I wouldn't do it at all if I knew I had to. You know, I would probably wait till I got home or something like that. You
yeah,
know, but on this day, I was just a little excited. You know, I had the whole family coming out. You know, I had friends coming out. It was like it was a great like event for me. I was just like, yo,
yeah,
you know. So when I got there and I got on stage, it was like just again the whole experience, the bright lights, seeing people but not being able to see them, all of that just kind of hit in that moment, and I was just like, damn, I really got to do this. You know, and then we was there for like I don't know, like maybe 10 hours. Like that was the first time I've ever performed two sets in one day, you know, like so
yeah.
you know, it was a well put together experience. I enjoyed myself and on stage performing too, just seeing people receive it. But knowing that I could have done a way better
That's better.
job
Yeah,
is
yeah, yeah.
why I'm stuck on that. You
I
know, it's
mean,
like damn.
we are our toughest critics, man. Like even because obviously, like even hearing more of your perspective, knowing that you done did a whole set before that early in the day, so that was the kind of second half type shit, like hearing that
And
and
that's why I
then
was mad that I bombed it because I had a second chance to correct myself. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, damn, bro, you had no excuse for that second
uh
one. The first one, you could have been like,
nah,
ah,
I
he was
feel you,
bullshitting. But
man.
yeah, because even, you know, it's crazy because we had this conversation as a group, and Steph could tell you. Um, I guess they were trying to figure out who was the one that was cursing, and it was me. I was the one, like, because the first half of the show was family
Yeah,
friendly.
yeah.
So yeah, so we wasn't supposed to curse at all during that half. But again, because I was intoxicated, I wasn't thinking straight or whatever. I was cursing. I was like, damn, what the hell, like. I didn't violate. I didn't
Yeah,
violate,
yeah,
but
yeah,
I caught myself a couple times where I was like, I said something where I shouldn't have said it. Like,
yeah.
so
Yeah.
yeah, it's just like, taking accountability. And she asked,
Mhm.
she said, what advice would you give yourself for the next similar opportunity? You can answer that as well too. But for me personally, just stick to what I've been doing. Don't drink, don't smoke. You know what I'm saying? Wait till afterwards. It's not for me personally. It's never that serious. Like I'm
Yeah.
never like in a rush to get high or drunk or whatever. So, when I do it before, I guess a lot of times it be influenced, like people around you, like, oh, we're gonna go for a smoke break. Oh, sure, I'll join you.
Mhm.
So it's like sometimes you got to fight that temptation. So
Word.
that's all it really is. And I'm really good at fighting my temptations. So um, that, that's all it is. I would do for myself, just not
And
indulge
those.
before.
Yeah. I mean, look, I love it. You did great to me, obviously,
I
but I'm a
appreciate that.
fan though. I'm biased to you, so I can't, but I'm still fucking. You definitely gonna do better. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I already know. Like, for me, I mean, obviously, personally, like for me, uh the indulging never really, gratefully, I never really got in the way of my performance. Like for me, being in the studio, even being around, talking to you right now, like if I really love something, I'm kind of like Kanye. It will come across as like an aggression, but I just love this shit so much, bro. So I find myself actually having to calm myself down because, like,
Mm,
and I'm not even gonna say that the weed and liquor calmed me down because I still, it's,
right.
it definitely mellows it, and obviously, like, personally for me, that, like, I'm telling you now, like, it mellows it, but I just feel like a baby in a candy factory, bro. If we talking about music and the growth that comes with it, if I'm in the studio and I'm finally recording the voice note that I've been playing back to myself every damn day, like, I just live in this shit, bro. So like anytime
Mm,
we're in front of it, the opportunity, which is why I took advantage of it, and then even going through it, bro, like seeing the other acts as well, bro, and outside of the MCs, bro, like just seeing the poets, bro, with no beat, bro, just sitting there and snapping at them, son, like, and then
right.
us coming on and they receiving us the way they did, like it was just really great. Like us, if I give myself some advice, I don't know. I think I gotta learn how to just go straight into my shit. I feel
Mm,
like before I rap sometimes, I be trying to prove to people that I can rap before the song plays. I be like, yo, you ain't know
mm.
what's going on. It's David H. Yo, check it. Every time a nigga get in the game, you always because someone getting the fame, never getting the change. It's like, all right, bro, we get it. Like, play the song. The song is gonna do what you try to do. You feel me?
Yo,
So,
I feel like that's really a struggle though.
yeah, because like you want to showcase yourself, you want to show what you got and whatnot, but like, and obviously we all got the trump card, but personally for me, I'm learning that less is more. So I'm leaning more towards, like you said, bro. Like I would usually drop crazy, but now I'm actually taking a couple months off. I'm gonna live a little bit of life. I got engaged. I'm planning a wedding. I'm doing a whole bunch of different things. Let me chill for a little bit. Let me spend some time with family. I go to
Right.
the studio every 2 weeks, put a little piece here, add to it, and then as we get closer to my birthday, it do what it do. So I'm learning to balance that um with just being this whole
Right.
better artist overall, bro. So yeah, bro. So like less is more. Less is more. It's like for me, cause I'm like, you know
No,
me,
no
bro. I'm
doubt.
like, I got 20 songs right now. Like I'm super excited, bro. I'm like Kanye, bro.
Nah,
So
I
like
believe it.
I don't know. Like I always tell people, if I meet Kanye, I feel like me and him just gonna see each other, bro. We just both gonna start crying, bro. As soon as
Mm.
I see him, I'm gonna be like, yo, bro, you trying to save the fucking world? I'm like, yo, bro, I know, and they don't get it. And then some shit just gonna happen from there, bro. So yeah.
Nah, I feel that. I feel that. Uh, so you ain't gotta disclose if you don't want to, but how old are you? This goes into the next question, by
Uh,
the way.
I am 29, bro.
Okay,
So
cool.
this year, this is 30 year, man. But I feel like I'm turning one. I feel like life is just beginning.
Huh. I'm crying. No, that's really how I felt, when I reached my 30s. And now, by the way, to anyone watching, I'm not that far over my 30s. I'm only 33. But I asked that because I wanted to know, like, what do you think your wisdom or motivation comes from? Like, because, another thing that drew me to you outside of music was just the fact that you have so much wisdom. Like, It's like me. Like a lot of people used to call me an OG when I was like young. Like so that's why the term doesn't bother me now. Like a lot of people are like, oh, you're not an OG, you're an unk, and it's like whatever it means. Like I don't care. But like I embrace the OG culture because that's what I grew up in.
Yeah,
That's what people always call me. So yeah, you have like that OG effect to you. Where does it? Where does that come from?
yeah, son. Definitely my fam. My older brothers. It started with my father and my mother for real, but then it turned into my older brothers, turned into my cousins. It
Mm.
turned into the people that I'm obviously around now, like heavily. Like I feel like the person you see before you now is just a testament to who I dedicated myself to. Like I'm never gonna stop learning from, especially if I see those people can learn from me. Like I
Mm.
try my best to not take criticism from people who might not take advice from me. You feel me?
Yeah, that's heavy.
Yeah, like a lot of times I would just try to listen to everybody or get everybody's opinion, but I know I've been through life and here's my experience too. So if I could give you some wisdom, why should I hold on and try to create my wisdom? Why should I listen to what you have to say on top of that? You haven't even done what I've done, like, and even for us artists, we know this too. Like, obviously, we want the world to
No
like our
doubt.
shit, but we can't let them tell us how we're gonna give them what we give them because they don't even know how to traverse this path that we've traversed. You feel me? So
So,
I feel like my wisdom definitely came from who I've been around from young. So ranging from my parents to my cousins, now to my cohorts, to the books I read, and even just continuing to get to know myself, like you said, bro. Like, I feel like knowing yourself is very, very powerful. You know what I mean? In this journey, seeing the mistakes that people have made before you as well. Like there's some stuff that
yeah,
I see my parents do, my brothers do, my cousins do, that I'm just not gonna do. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And obviously, I do feel like that puts us in a crazy place. And it was kind of an epiphany that I had. Like sometimes a lot of people might not like you because you just didn't do certain shit. Like you
yo, for
did it.
real,
Like I did
bro.
it.
Like,
I didn't curse you. I just didn't do what you did. So now, like we said, comparison is a thief of joy and something that's very tough not to do sometimes. So it's like compare your journey to other people's. Like you're in your own journey, but there's so many other paths. What people don't realize is you in your own lane. Sometimes a nigga can put his blinkers on and
right.
I'm in your lane. Sometimes you might have to pull your car the fuck over because your gas ran out. And you might have to get one of your mans to pull up and pick you up and keep on going on the journey. You gonna get your whip back later. Like there's a lot of lanes and shit that go with the journey, but I feel like a lot of my wisdom came from just learning from those experiences, bro.
Mm.
Instead of letting the homelessness, like even my mother's death, bro. Like I can't let the negativity of life break me down. I don't think that the Most High created me with all of the slavery and the racism and the politics. I don't think that He made me this blood cell and this whole immune system because I could just be that. I don't think He created me to break myself down. I think that by the time I'm gone, kind of like my mother did, kind of like me and you are doing now, bro. Like I want people to be able to talk about us and be like, yo, bro, like. And MC Reef, like, yeah, bro, he was a pioneer, bro. He was consistent because he showed up. David H as well, So you got your Kobe's, you got your Missy's, you got your Michael Jackson. So I feel like that's the thing, and that don't mean that you got to be famous either, bro. Because
Mm.
man, you got your forest rangers, bro. You got your firefighters, bro. You got those people that I see every day, bro. They don't give a damn about the media, but they make sure that when they pull up to wherever they go, they're gonna make their present what they see. Because
Mm.
we all watching a movie. That's why movies are so
Right,
powerful. We all watching a movie
right.
every day, bro, right through our two eyes. So they just making sure that they making this movie good. So within everything we go through, I want to make that movie good, and I want to continue to empower people to just continue to choose your higher self. Because if you choose your lower self, you're gonna get to a life that you think you may want, but you don't really want, and then where we at? So I think that
Yeah.
wisdom is definitely a test to who I'm around, including you,
No,
MCV.
I appreciate that. I
Yeah.
appreciate that. And I want to commend you on that too. For staying strong. Like, it's never cool to like have a death in the family, but when it's someone as powerful as, like, say, your mom or just anybody who was the glue to the family. And you can see that, like your mom definitely was the glue to the family. And I ain't gonna lie, me personally, that's one of my biggest fears, losing my mom before I even get to make it, before I get to
Yeah.
do something for her, like so that's why I've been going hard with this because it's, and it's even worse now because my mom, her health is, not the best, you know, so like even for me now, I'm just kind of like damn son, like I need to do something, but
Mm,
learning from my uncle's death, he always it's so crazy. I feel like this was his plan all along,
mm,
but he used to tell me when he was younger, like I mean when I was younger, I'm talking like 12, 13, 14, we riding in the car, and he'll just look at me and be like, yo, if I die, don't be sad for me. Like he'll just randomly say it, like, and he'll say it so many times, and I just be wondering why he
man,
would be saying that.
yeah.
Like yeah, but he would always say that. And then I remember at my other uncle, my uncle Kevin, who passed on my 18th birthday, literally on my birthday. Like, but I remember him saying at his funeral that we shouldn't be sad for people. We should celebrate the time that we had in their life. And that changed everything for me. Like from that point on, because he was heartbroken, he was crying and all of that. But for him to go up there and say that to us, like, "Yo, don't cry. Like, be strong about it. Like, y'all could like. It's not like you can't be sad, but don't let it consume
Yeah.
you." You know what I'm saying? Like grieve freely. That's what I get from that. Grieve freely. Like whenever you got time, bro, like to drop a tear, whatever, do it.
Yeah,
You know what
do
I'm saying?
that.
Don't hold it
Yeah.
back. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, it shouldn't be something that's like stopping you
Hmm.
from,
Don't
what you
stop
were
living.
doing. And
Yeah.
right. And
Yeah.
and for me, it's I made a song for my uncle, it's Uncle P on the album, where I'm basically saying that it's fucked up, but once you died, I started living. Like,
Mm.
like I started like going through a transformation in life. I really wanted to, do different things. I started traveling. That's where the whole London thing came from. That's where me being better on stage and talking came from. Cause I used to be mad quiet, bro. Like I talk, but
Yeah,
like it used to be very hard to get me to speak. Like, so like now that I'm very open and I speak to anybody, very with discernment, but
of course.
I still speak to anybody, like, but I don't think, if I mean, I don't know how it would have happened, but I just know that if he didn't pass when he did, I probably would have taken much longer to be who I am now.
Mm.
So we like you said, it's a testament to who you are around. These are the people that like you live through them once they die. So it's a crazy
It's
it's a crazy science to that.
vicarious, bro.
But yeah,
Uh, love everything you said, bro. To touch on that, my mom, your uncle, uh, they're we are getting to live through them. They're living through us even still now. So one thing that warms my heart, our successes, they're still looking from above. They still get to live through us because without them, like they're in our blood, like So it's like they kind of made that. They kind of created this way, this journey to come. You feel me?
yeah,
I definitely I'm grateful. Like we said, everybody's cards are different. You feel me? And prayers to your mom. And your mom gonna live forever. Man, my mother gonna live forever. She's still living, and she gonna 2 million and 3 million years more. You know what I mean? Uh, I feel like we already successful. And I gotta tell you that now because you know gratefully, my other people's artist mom's still here, so I'm telling you the same thing that I've told them, and because they're, everybody just been asking me like, "Yo, bro, how you?" I was able to do so much. I was able to go to London. I was able to go to Atlanta. She was able to witness me go outside of New York and do these things, and just to see them be so proud of you for accomplishing that. They
yeah,
was like, "Yo, your mom is seeing you." Saw me do things that they never did before. You feel me? And like shout out my uncle Calito Soul, bro. Like my uncle is like I would say one of the pioneers. Like Buju Banton spoke about it on Drink Champs. Like when reggaeton was being created, it took a journey through Panama. And my
mm,
uncle is one of the pioneers. His name is Calito Soul, the pioneers of reggaeton, bro. So just to have that. I feel like the musical inclination in my whole family really comes from him, whether I'm worship leading in the church or I'm in the studio making a sonnet to my late room, bro. So uh
Nice.
we're making them proud in what we do today, bro. And I kind of had to realize that and hold on to it more. Obviously, that my mom is gone, but now that she is gone, seeing the things that they put in place before they left in combination with what we did while they were gone, in combination of what we're doing now that they're not even here, it shows me I'm like, damn, like they have always been proud and they always will be. They just like, yo,
Mm.
what else? In our head, sometimes we're thinking what we can't do, but they're looking at us like, yo, man, I already know you about to just do the next big thing. I know it. I'm proud of you already. So when they proud of you already, I'm waking up like, damn, like I'm proud of me already. So let me go do what I'm proud of. So
Yeah, man. Keep that energy, man. Like, times are gonna get hard, especially in the moments where you're really gonna miss her the most. Because that's gonna happen. It still happens to me to this day. It's been 6 years, and I'm still thinking about certain moments. So it's going to happen. But just keep the same energy, man. Keep pushing, keep going forward with
thank
that.
you.
Like, and she's your driving force, and I see it the way that you talk about her as well too. So I know she's with you, bro. Um,
Thank you,
so
brother.
I don't know how much time you got left, but I got like a few more. I got like two more points that I wanted to talk about. So your relationship with Batowski, I don't know if he's still in here, but as I was diving through your music and stuff like that, I realized you work with him a
Mm,
lot. And when I was going through your visuals, I said this to Shizu on Wednesday, but you have like a visual genius in you.
mm,
I like the locations that you pick. It seems to always match the songs that you're like shooting a visual for.
mm.
But yeah, I noticed most of your visuals were shot by Batowski as well too. So talk about your relationship with him.
First of all, shout out Batowski, man. All
Oh,
right.
I was saying his name wrong.
No, no,
Batowski.
no.
Sorry.
I said it. You said it right. I'm just,
Oh,
yeah, I think you said it right. Bukowski, you said it right. I'm just hype as
yeah,
fuck,
yeah,
man. That's my fucking man right there, bro. Like, and it just attests going back to what you were saying. Like, when you meet somebody and you ain't even think that this person would be who they are, bro. Like,
yeah. Right.
bro, when I first met Bukowski, bro, I met him at St. Francis College, man. Shout out SFC. I don't even know if they got their ball team no more, but when we was there, man, we was,
Mm,
you feel me? I ain't play on the team. I got to practice with the team and I got to play with them in practice. And I was like the announcer during the game, but I got to
oh,
like get
that's
up on
dope.
my seat and throw T. It was cool. But
That's dope.
bro, SFC, like I feel like that college team wasn't that good, but the roster that he was on, that was their best tenure, like 4 years ever, bro.
Mm,
Like him, Eunice,
fire.
Christian Blood, Tariq. Like, so when I first met him, neither or him was rappers. I was a funny
Mm,
nigga who was the little brother of Fly nigga, so I felt like I was Fly, like secondhand Fly. Niggas
right,
don't
right,
understand. Like my older brothers will wear a shirt for 2 days, and then they be like, "Yo, I don't want this shit on." Boy, let me hold that. Boy, y'all bug it out. Go buy a new shirt after 2 days. What y'all doing?
yo,
So I
for
was
real.
the little brother of some fly niggas, and he was funny too. But he played ball. He's on the ball team. So you kind of know
Mm,
the college hierarchy, man. He's a little bit higher on me in the college hierarchy, but with
right.
humor, I was able to traverse to the top. You understand what I'm saying? So I was cool with everybody in my college, bro. But me and him,
That's dope.
we was definitely cool, but we wasn't as close as we are now because we just played ball together. You feel me? We definitely used
Mm,
to hang out in the dorms and shit, now. But when I was in college, it was truly the sound. It was Casper who I was closer to. My guys today. Shout out TBF, my dogs. You feel me? But then school kind of finished. I'm doing my thing, and Batowski sent me a song one day. Oh my
mm,
god! Oh my god! I already know you know, so I'm just like, what? What do you? Where's
right,
this been? And why are we not
right.
doing? What's going on? So we recorded one joint. Shout out Airs Entertainment, man. We did a show by him. We did some unreleased shit, and then we met a producer out of LA. We kind of plugged in. Things kind of
Mm,
came together, and what I love and what I would say about Batowski is, man, the creative genius. I know
mm,
you know that genius, and I know that I know that genius. You know that we can take an idea and bring it to life. But when you
facts.
come across other people who have that, and they're
Yep.
selfless with that.
It's
It's like, yo, nah,
beautiful.
let's
Yep.
do this, bro. Like, all I need you to do is just be here on this day, and we gonna get all of that. So even
Yep.
ahead of the music, bro, like the visuals, man, like the testament to the visuals, because he shot most of my visuals. Shout out Takeover as well. Takeover has shot some visuals as well.
Right.
Shout out Musical Mercenaries. I've had a pleasure to work with a few independent labels throughout the tenure
No,
of my journey. You feel me?
that's dope.
But Batowski right now, bro, is in the main chapter of this shit, bro, and just to see the prowess, bro, the craft and the way he puts this shit into life. So usually it's powerful because I could come to him with a vibe and he add his shit to it. And then I come and he comes to my shit with a vibe and a boom boom boom. So Cerberus just ended up Cerberus was actually his idea as well.
Mm.
Cause it's like a three-headed dog. Me, him, and the producer at the point in that moment in time was a three-headed dog, you feel me? Shout out Ezekiel Jordan. Produced
Crazy.
every
We
beat on
got a
Cerberus.
song coming out. I'm featured on the song, but it's called Three Headed Monster.
Yeah. Look, you
Yeah,
already
yeah,
all
yeah.
right,
I
you
don't
know.
know when it's dropping. I don't know when it's dropping, but it's in the works. It's in
Okay,
the
I know
works.
you see. All right, say that. Great minds, brother. You got the three-headed
Facts, facts.
monster over there. So uh Batowski, me and Batowski relationship grew from there, bro. And there's a few people that I've met, and I'll be super real with you, bro, that my craft was able to sharpen them. And as
Mm.
opposed to and their craft sharpen minds as opposed to people who you meet sometimes, and I don't know if it's due to intimidation or comparison. I'm trying to sharpen you, and because you're not sharpening back, your knife is getting dull, or damn near I might cut through your knife
Yeah,
because you ain't trying to
real talk.
you ain't
Real
trying to get
talk.
sharper with me. So it's always a privilege to somebody because it takes work, bro. You know, if somebody like that, Tuscan genius, he's like, yo, bro, I need you to wake up on this day. I need you to be here at this time so we can shoot this. I pull up over here so we can do that. Boom, boom, boom. So we already
Yeah.
know to show up for ourselves. So the fact that I could even come and produce and be a part of and showing up in somebody else's journey, as much as he wants to shows up in mine. Batowski has shot some of my videos, shot my real nigga video. That's my song by myself, and he shot a lot of the if not almost every visual for Cerberus so far.
Mm.
So that man, bro, like you talking about genius, bro. Like I put me, you, him, truly cast. Like I put all of us independent artists in that category of genius because we just continue to bring ideas to life, bro. So he's definitely a vibe, bro. He can hoop. You feel me? But yeah,
That's
man, shout
fire.
out to my boys. Shout out to my boys. Shout out to Big Deli, man. Shout out to my Deli boys. Shout out to all my niggas, man. Kwani in Florida. Shout out Wolf. You feel me? Shout out everybody, man. Like
That's
all of
dope.
the stuff you see, it
Brother,
is me, but it's a whole team of people, man, that make that shit possible, bro. Even if they
nah, that's
don't
beautiful.
even idea. Word,
Nah,
word.
I love that you don't forget to like show love to the people that's a part of your journey. You feel me? Like it's a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of some people get caught up in their journey that they forget to look back at the people who helped shape them. And it's not to say that these people made you or these people they if it wasn't for them you wouldn't be doing it. But like if it in the same token, if it wasn't for them, you probably wouldn't have made it to a certain level. You know what I'm saying? Or
Yeah,
it would have
yeah.
just taken you a lot longer. You know what I'm saying? So, it's always good to like look back and show love to those people. You know what I'm saying? No matter how long it's been, no matter if y'all talk every single day consistently or whatever, like always look back and show love to the people. That's part of your journey.
Well, fact.
Um, so the H is for. What made you come up with that? With because I mean I think it's well, at least when I first met you, this was what caught my attention. Like you started doing that, and I was just wondering, like, what made you start doing that? Like, it for me, it's like an attention catcher because
Yeah.
people probably would wonder, like, if they were to like look at a flyer, they'd be like, okay, David H, what is the H for?
Say,
So I don't know if that was like your creation of it or like,
nah,
yeah, walk us
hell,
through that.
man. So originally, bro, like my favorite rapper right now is Kanye.
Hmm.
But when I first started listening to rap, like getting into my rap journey, the first thing I listened to was Kanye, was Heard Him Say. And then I'm going on, I heard Wasted by Gucci, right? Quarter Brick No, no, I heard quarter brick, half brick, whole brick A first.
Mm,
Uh, quarter, half a brick, whole brick
that's
A.
my shit.
And
Yeah.
yeah, and then I heard wasted, but then I heard wasted by Little Wayne, and he remixed.
He spazzed on that.
Nigga, Wayne spazzed on everything. So I'm just growing up in middle school like Kanye. I still fucking with Kanye. So when he did "See You in My Nightmares," I loved Little Wayne's bars, but I loved Kanye's artistry and just the way he
Mm,
did it. So yo, but Wheezy F Baby, bro. Wheezy F Baby
okay.
and the F is for phenomenal. Wheezy F Baby and the F is for front door. And Wheezy F Baby and the F is for whatever that boy Wheezy used to say. So that was what made me take that
Yeah.
into my David H prowess. You know, shout out Wheezy, bro. I'm David H. You know, and the H is for Henny at halftime. The H is for Highway to Hell. The H is for Holy King. Like whatever you want it to be,
That's
bro. So
hilarious.
that's where that came from. You feel me? And I feel like it kind of stuck. You know, it was kind of easy. I got certain friends. You know, shout out Fabian. Nigga, every time I call her, we link or whatever, she be like, "Hey, David H," and the H is for how you doing. Sometimes the people be letting me know what the H is for, bro. Not even me. I'll be like, "Yo, bro, y'all rapping
Yeah,
for me."
nah, I caught myself doing that a few times, but it's only because I look forward to like hearing what the H is for. You know, sometimes you try to beat you to the punch, like, nah, so I'm gonna get you first. Like, so nah, but I think that's beautiful that you created something that people can use to interact with you, like, and it gives people a chance to stay creative when they're dealing with you. They're not gonna come across no basic level ass conversation with you. You know what I'm saying? Even if they're only guessing what the H is for, it gives them a chance to use their brain when they're interacting
Come
with you.
on, that's
So
a fact.
yeah, I think that's beautiful that you do that, man, for real.
Thank you, bro.
I wish I could find my little gimmick. I don't have a
It's
gimmick,
all right, bro.
but yeah, no, for real. It's cool. I don't think I need one that bad, but I like to
Yeah.
see how people use this. Like if it's a worthy gimmick,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah, I know what you
Yeah,
mean.
yeah, because I don't like them other shits, when people just doing it just because it's cool or whatever. Like, yeah, but nah, if it's actually something that's cool that gets people going, I love it.
Yeah,
Word.
for sure, man. Thank you.
But yeah, man, we've had you come through. We talked about a lot. Great conversation. I enjoyed our time right here, man. I was thinking too, I was like, damn, it's a Saturday, it's my day off. I gotta be up early. I'm always up early, by the way, but
Yeah.
I'm not the morning person that people think that I am.
Uh-huh.
Like I wake up in the morning. Yes, I'm always up at different times in the morning, but my body is completely
Yeah.
active in the afternoon. Like when it hits the afternoon, it's like my body just goes. Everything just clinks, like all the rust falls off and all of that, and I'm just
Mhm.
active. But yeah, so I was just thinking like, damn, how the hell am I gonna do this without the energy? Like, but I already knew what I was looking forward to,
For
and I
sure,
was
bro.
saying this too, like, certain guests that I have, like, I'm excited to have all my guests here, but the pro and the con of that is that a lot of my guests, or majority of the guests, I know personally, so and it's like, and I'm gonna say this now because I don't know who's gonna watch it, but I don't care. They know I'm gonna be real with it, but a lot of times I realize some people don't need the platform. You know what I'm saying? Like because it's like they get caught up in the friendship
Mm,
aspect of it too much. And with this platform, I don't mind if people know we know each other behind the scenes, but I try not to let that be like the deciding factor. Like, oh, these two know each other. Like, so what? You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Y'all ain't never hear us
Yeah.
have a conversation like this. You feel me? So
Exactly.
that's usually, yeah, that's what I be trying to do with this platform. But some people really just be caught up in it. Oh, you know me. I'm gonna just be myself. And it's like, yeah, cool, bro. But this is something that we're building. Like,
Yeah,
I'm yeah, I'm
give them
definitely building
layers,
it.
break it
Right.
down. Word, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
and
yeah.
thank you,
So
bro.
I've
Like
had a
for
few.
even doing this, bro, and giving people something they never had before. Because I feel like uh it takes years to get to know yourself, bro. Like, and that's what some
For real.
people might not understand. That shit takes longer than you might realize, and some people think that they got it figured out, and people continue to look up to people like me and you because me and
Right.
you really got it. Like, yeah, we know a lot, but we know we don't know it all, bro. So we just
100%.
continue to grow, bro. So thank you for giving me this opportunity, bro, to be honest, to have some real conversation with you, touch on real topics. Shout out to Ski staff, man. Shout out to the people that asked those questions, bro, and really allowed us to touch into some topics, bro, that I feel like really matters today, and
For sure.
a lot of it on the way, man. Yo, True Mutual Love out now. I got some shit on the way, man. Reef already know. Y'all just keep bumping what's out now because it's so much, man. So, yo, Reef, I thank you, bro, for this opportunity, bro. I appreciate you. And I did it early because I ain't got the whole day ahead. Like, I tell people all the time, I work all week, and then on the weekend, I got to clock in for myself. So it's like, all right,
Well, I don't blame you. I
yeah,
don't
so
blame you.
thank
It's
you,
like
bro.
for me
Thank you,
personally.
man.
Me personally, I like the challenge. You get what I'm saying? So I was just trying to figure out where I'm gonna get the energy from. But again, like I said, looking forward to who I have. The energy is always there, and
Oh,
it's
thank
crazy.
you.
Man, I don't even have the book out, but it's called Unbothered un, 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 unbothered. I forgot the name of it. But basically, it talks about energy and how you disperse, like how you use it to like benefit your life. You know what
Mm,
I'm saying? So like a lot of it being the beings that we are, you might read the book and be like, man, I know this shit already. But when they start breaking down certain shit, you be like, oh, okay. Like so,
you might have to
there's a
send me
moment
that.
in
You
the
might have
book
to
where
send
they
me that.
talk
I just
about.
finished reading a certain book, so I'm looking for
Yo, give
another
me a
one
second.
right
Okay,
now.
hold on. I'm gonna show you right now. Give me
Yeah,
one
say
second.
that.
Yeah.
There's wisdom on here. Y'all hear this, man? You going live with the MC? You going live with the King, man? You going live
Boom.
with Reef, man?
Untethered soul.
Okay,
The untethered soul.
okay.
So yeah, that's this is what I've been reading lately. I've been taking my time to read it too. I'm one of those people who got to read a page twice,
Yeah,
before I turn it.
yeah, yeah.
Um, yeah, but it talks about like getting a sudden burst of energy where it's not necessarily related to like having food or drinking an energy drink or something like that. It's that internal soul energy. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna end it with that.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you wanted to leave with the people that's been watching this right now, or the people that's gonna watch this moving forward? Because people do tune in. They love to, especially when they see a familiar face. Like they definitely, So, is there anything you want to leave with the people?
Last thing I want to say is, man, thank you to Reef. Thank you to my fiance. Thank you to my family. Thank you to my cousins, man. Thank you for everybody who just been showing love. Thank you to my fans, man. Thank you, God. True Mutual Love is out now. Man, y'all continue to bump MC Reef as well, man. I hope y'all continue to
Just
just
dropped a new single.
elevate. You feel me? Hey, new single out now for him and me. Oh, wait, you talking about me or you or both of us?
Well, damn, both of us. But because you mentioned keep up in me, yeah, I was
Yeah,
talking about me. But
yeah,
definitely, we
nah,
both keep
straight up,
dropping.
no,
We both
yeah.
keep dropping something.
Got a new single out now too. Me too, forever. D down, out now. You understand? MC Reef new single out now. What's your name? Single, bro? What's going on? Let them know. Let them know.
My fault, y'all. First off, we're gonna accurately say that Forever Dina out now,
Oh
all
yes,
streaming
yes,
platforms.
yes. Forever
Yes,
Dina,
David H.
man. Thank you.
Make sure y'all spell it capital D for David and capital H, otherwise it won't pop up. So David H,
Yes.
all streaming platforms. Tap into that new single Forever Dina.
Yeah.
And then for me, I'm exclusively on Bandcamp, or even you can access my website, teamreef.nyc. I got a new single called Target Practice, so make sure y'all check that out. We outside.
Outside. Target practice out now, man. Yo, Reef, thank you again, bro. This was great.
Actually,
Going away.
I don't care who's in this. Like I said, people watch this
Yeah,
afterwards.
exactly.
Do
Right.
you
You
mind if I play that song? Because I wanted to play it earlier, but we was like deep in the conversation. But
can.
I actually want to play it for the
Oh no,
people. So if you got
I
time,
don't mind at all, bro. I don't mind at all,
all
bro.
right, let's do it.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
thank
All right,
you, man.
y'all. If y'all still in here, then this is what we playing real quick. We're gonna play Forever Dina by David H.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, hey. No, 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 no. Man, once. Yes. Yeah. Good mommy. Yeah. Hey. I've been moving fast. 2025, I see my mommy in a cast. Feeling on her hand, that shit was colder than the grass. But I want my heart when I be thinking about the past. Took a lot of pictures because I go in a flash. Driving to the re-up and that with my almost crash. And my mommy talking like she's sitting in a past. Yeah, if you kill yourself, I went beat them in that grass. Wake up on that Monday, hit up, all they got some cash. Daddy told me you not breathing, couple minutes fast. Ambulance came, try to pump you with that gas. 10:53 when they told me that you passed. It's no on the forehead, then I went and held my dad. Looking at the ceiling like my nigga, this is bad. Thank God for the family, they kept me from that past. Mommy got that 55, that double grace, that's mad, that's double grace. Hey, what do I say? Hey, who do I blame? Hey, I was your sunshine, feeling the rain. We had some fun times, agreed on one line. It is Yahweh who give expression. Listening, man, something ain't feeling right. Everything changed when I untamed the Israelite. I got in my bag, asking my dad, like, is this right? They say, Dave, listen, please be a Christian and walk in light. Well, but she would have said that, where she put that hat down. And we find over that that will be done, but where she at now? When I love the king, can get it back, I want it back now. How can I praise God with your casket in the background? So Jennifer called me up to say my speech. A couple bishops on their phone right in my reach. I
Pause.
paused. Everybody thought David gon' shed a tear. I was 2 seconds from flinging bishops to chandeliers. I digress. Got shit off my chest. Gave a couple splashes, still some things I ain't expressed. Started it from scratch, a living room into a church. Niggas looking down and they ain't putting how it works. That's my problem with religion. I try to keep it fresh there. Ephesians 6:12 on my body, they be this. A couple Israelites, they really understand my mission. A couple 11 hearts got trouble building their own vision. But I'm not yet how I'm shy now. He already died dead. Gave his life like Nana, just like Nina, and that's kind. Can't repeat mistakes, I congregate with I don't want it. Up on a way, yeah, how about I'm not yet how I'm shy. Even out the eyes, mommy got her head up high, then I got that jack. Tears on my heart, mama face can't really cry. Mommy said be fighting for me from the other side, in front of like we moving fast. 2025, I see my mommy in the cast. Feeling on her hand, and she was colder than the grass. But I want my heart when I be thinking about the past. She took a lot of pictures because like when the flash. Driving to the re-up in that whip, I almost crashed. And my mama told me like she's sitting in the passenger. If you kill yourself, I might be them in that crash. Woke up on that Monday, hit up all in some cash. Daddy told me you not breathing, couple minutes past. Ambulance came, try to pump you with that gas. 10:53 when they told me that you passed. Kiss her on her forehead, then I went and held my dad. Looking at the ceiling like my nigga, this is bad. Thank God for the family, they kept me on that path. Mommy got that 55, that's double grace, that's bad. Double grace, hey, hey, double grace, double grace, that's bad. That's down,
Woo.
double grace, double grace,
Yeah.
double family, family, double no.
Yeah.
Well, Carlito's ceremony begins now. See, yeah. Believe what shit.
Yeah.
Yo, that was beautiful, man. That
Thank
was
you.
beautiful.
Thank you, bro.
Um, damn, I'm speechless, man. Like the melody, the message, and there was another talking point I wanted to get into. I guess we could have that conversation another time, but I was gonna ask about. Matter of fact, we can answer it now. I don't care. This is the end of the
I
interview.
understand.
But
We here, man. We come on.
But no, I wanted to ask. You kind of talked about it in the song, but like, how did your parents take like you wanting to become an Israelite? Like, so first off, what is an Israelite?
Mm,
What do they? I guess what is their mission or belief?
yeah.
And what inspired you to want to take up that path? And how did your parents take it?
Yeah. Um, I would just say, bro, Israelite man is just the people in the Bible that the Lord our God was trying to save. You feel me? Like our blacks, our natives, our Native
Mhm.
Americans, and our Hispanics, bro, of Indian and Negroid like descendant. But I'm not gonna say that Yahweh Shah, I'm not gonna say that Jesus ain't died for everybody, for all flesh of all colors. You feel me? So
Mhm.
although I am an Israelite, like I was a Christian, I had my own personal specific beliefs. You feel me? Like I am an Israelite, but Yahweh Shah, God did make a promise to Noah back in the ark for all flesh. You feel me? Like that rainbow is a promise that he will never flood the earth again. Not to say that he may never wild us up another way, but so the Israelite is just that, just a follower of Christ, man. And I converted because, long story short, my mom is probably one of the most powerful examples of how a Christian should live. Like my mother and my father. super humble.
Mm,
You know, I do feel like these titles sometimes could make us get lost in what we all truly do. You know, one thing I said at my funeral, at my mother's funeral, was one thing that we decided and had in common was that like nobody should have a bitter heart, whatever you are.
mm,
I don't care if you a Muslim, I don't care if you atheist or whatever. If your heart is bitter, whatever you're doing, you need to check it out and make sure that you're doing it right. You know what I mean? Um,
100%.
so I converted to Israelite because oh man, like the struggle my mother went through, bro. Seeing her move around a lot, seeing her put so many other people, so many other things before herself, and seeing God bless us because of that. But I'm just looking at it now, and I'm just like, I'm 30 years old. If my mom would have did this at this age, maybe this would have been different by the time she was 40 or 50. So I am just the shift I made is just for my people, psychologically, financially, to make sure that we are in a better place. So by the time that we're 40 and 50, that we could just live the life that we want to live, do what we want to do, express what we want to express, you know? So
Real
I
talk.
still love my mom. I still operate in my mother's church, bro, because one thing that held my mom near and dear, like I'm her worship leader, man. Like I sing for my mom, bro.
Mm,
Like, and one thing that me and her, like I said it in the song, who do I say? Who do I blame? I was your sunshine. I'm feeling the rain. We had some fun times. Agreed on one line. It is Yahweh who get the praise. So, I don't really call God God because God just translates to the word power. I call him Yahweh, who, you feel me, the one true God. So we always had an agreement. I don't care what you do or what you do. I don't care how when people listen to my song, they life get better. That's the
mm.
message. I don't care if I curse at you. Sometimes I have to curse at you for a message to get across to you. You know what I mean?
Real
And I
talk.
used to tell my mom, I'm not a pastor. That's what you are. You go ahead and go your path, out your path. You go ahead and save those. Somebody got to go out and get the Gentiles a certain way. You know what I mean? So that example I said I use very loosely because obviously, I'm see myself as the Jew. You understand what I'm saying? But the Jew and the Gentiles, opposed to the people in the church and in the world, like, all right, maybe Jesus was out there talking to them prostitutes the same way. So maybe I'm one of those. Like, there are people who operate
Mhm,
inside the church and there are those who operate outside the church. There are people who not going to get that delivery if I just walk up to them and say, hey, man, God loves you, bro. Nah, some people need to walk up and be like, yo, bro, you need to stop wilding, bro. Like, God didn't create you for that.
For real.
That's what I'm here for. I gotta tell you that this way so you can turn to do what you gotta do, bro. So me and my mom had so much agreement on so many things, and although the main point of our conversations was we allowed the difference of our religion to build bridges as
Mm,
opposed to how people use religion to create wars or people use religion
yeah.
to fight. Nah, we acknowledged our differences and we kind of built the bridges. It was like, all right, how can we continue to build our community better together? Because that matters more than anything.
Mhm.
So that was the whole thing, man. Yeah, man.
Nah, I appreciate that, man. David H, thanks for stopping by, man. It's been a pleasure.
Oh.
You definitely making a case for, one of my favorite interviews, man.
Thank
I
you,
try to
bro.
I try to not, like I don't want to like limit it to be like my top 10 or
Yeah.
whatever. But there's a few episodes that I think we're up to like 50 right now. I think this is episode 50. I have to
Oh, that
double check on that.
was
But
so fire.
um it's just like I come across guests and they just like super dope. Like it just shows me like, like yeah, I'm really doing the right thing here. So
For sure.
thank you, man.
Please keep
Thank
going,
you.
bro. Please, bro. And I will definitely come back. Whenever, man. You know what's going on, but we continue the conversation. Thank you for continuing your journey, bro. And we gonna go on. Hey, man. MCB for David H on the way too. Don't tell
That's a fact.
nobody. You heard? That's all I'm gonna
We
say, man.
active. We active.
Yes,
Appreciate you,
sir.
brother. Till
Of
next
course,
time.
bro. You already know, bro. Safety, man. Love.
Safety, love. All right, guys, that's the end of the episode. That was David H. Make sure you give that guy a follow. Make sure you check out his music. Make sure you tap in with him as a person. As you can see, he's human as well as a music artist. So show him some love, man. He's a really great human being. Yeah, it's not much to say that you can't see for yourself. So I appreciate everyone that tapped in, everyone that asked questions, dropped comments. Your engagement is super appreciative and it helps make the episode more entertaining. So thank you again. Next week we got some more dope guests, which I will be announcing tomorrow, starting tomorrow. So tap in for that every Wednesday, every Saturday. Peace.